So in today's show, we're going to talk about what backpack you would take with you. Welcome to the Time Domination Show. I am your host, James Boardman. And if you are coming through, please do let me know. So it is like 12:15 right now, 12:10. And I'm taking an impromptu half day because the snow's melting and I want to go sledging with the kids and we very rarely see the snow. So this morning I made that decision and I readjusted my timetable and come into the office half an hour early and absolutely smashed out everything I needed to smash out within the time that I allocated myself. Now, if I hadn't done that, I could have spent all day trying to do the same tasks, right? I could have just spread it a little bit wider. But instead what I did is looked at my task and I condensed it. And that way that allowed me my deadline of my time to work towards and made me focus on my priorities and made me go all in on those priorities to get the job done, to get the outcome that I wanted, which was the guilt-free time going sledging with the kids, all right? So listen, I want to talk about the backpack theory and how this helps your productivity. So look, there are two different types of backpack. The huge backpack, you can get this huge one, right? And then this tiny little one, nice and compact. The problem is that when you choose this backpack here, what do you do when you have a bigger pack? You fill it with more shit, with all the stuff that you don't need. So if you were going walking, you'd be like, well, I need some of that, or just in case, I'm going to take some of that. And then all of a sudden, you're carrying around this huge backpack, and you're carrying around all of the stuff that you don't need, and you're wasting all of that space. Whereas if you had decided to take this tiny little micro backpack, that only allows you a certain amount of space. So you have to really prioritize what you are going to take on that walk. So suddenly you go from the mentality of having loads of space and filling it with nonsense to suddenly having a limited amount of space and suddenly changing the things that you do take and what you prioritize in taking. Now think about these as your days. This is your day. I've got loads of time. Then look at this side and say, I've got limited time. Now, if I turn around to you and said, you've only got 4 hours to work today. Once you've done 4 hours, I'm going to take your laptop and your phone and I'm going to push you out of your office or the kitchen or wherever you're working right now. I have suddenly given you a limit of time, just like the bag has a limited space. So within that limited time, you now have to focus on what is important and what needs to be achieved within that time. That's what I did this morning. When I made the decision to say, right, we're going to get out sledging before the snow melts, what needs to be done within that limited time? Now, if I said my working day finished at 3 or 4, I would then think I'd have all of the time in the world to do those jobs. That would then allow me distractions. Oh, I've got loads of time. I just watch a YouTube video. I just have a scroll through Facebook or social media. I just have a listen to something on audio on Clubhouse. So I've just suddenly extended my range of time, which opens up much more vulnerability to distraction. So would you take the big backpack and just say, oh, I've got all the time and all the space in the world? Or would you focus on limiting that so that you could be much more productive and identify the priorities in a higher level of detail? So I want you to imagine tomorrow you go to work. I want you to imagine that you only have 4 hours of working time. That's all you have allowed yourself, whether it's 9 till 1, 8 till 12, midday till 4 in the afternoon, you name it. And I want you to focus on what needs doing. What can you achieve in that 4 hours and what needs doing? So I'm basically taking away this big backpack that you've been carrying around with you and I'm giving you this small, limited one to go away and work with and figure out what is the priority. When you start doing this and adding these slots into your day, you have no choice but to show up, be productive, focus on being efficient with your time, managing your distractions, because you're limited. And when the clock strikes 4 hours, you gotta stop. Obviously, if you need to continue. I don't want you to put you out of business. It's something that you slowly progress. But if you are doing that, and if I had a saw and was going to threaten to saw off your toes, if you walk past 4 hours. You'd be working towards that. Stop thinking you've got all the time in the world and you can mosey along through. Think about restricting periods of your day to deep work sessions, to priority work, and be more efficient how you use your space or time. Okay, makes sense? I hope that makes sense. And if that really does make sense and resonates and you need to focus more on you as the asset of your business, then come and join here. There's a link somewhere, the 5-day time domination challenge, which is designed to make you more of an asset in life, to be an asset in your business. It's free. It costs you nothing. So you can just jump straight on and come and learn some tricks and tips to being that elite operator in your business. All right, guys, I'm going sledging. Hope you have a great day. I'll catch you soon.